You don't even drink coffee.
Oh, yeah, like a milkshake or...
Oh, you get a milkshake. Oh.
You don't want to say a milkshake, mate.
This includes venues as well, so when you go out, get that rig out before you get kicked out. That's something I live by.
Because I know we'd go to horse camps and you'd meet everyone and then everyone would keep in touch
Sorry.
with. You'd get on MSN and then...
You want to readdress that?
What?
What kind of camps are you going on?
Anyway, week of a lifetime. It was absolutely massive. I was all over the place, driving hours
Didn't
and
you
hours
just
a
do
day.
your weekly update?
Well, that was not it. This is huge. The Dougie. Hello, the Dougie.
I was definitely hoping that you were going to take us in with a stronger entrance than just bringing up the damn dog.
Nah, that's all I've got, dude. It's my first day back at work today after what was a massive week. So,
Are you coming
that's
for
as
the
good as I've
title?
got is props. Things like my dog walks into the screen. I think there's going to be unbeatable, undisputed. For those that don't know, and there would be a lot of you because my invite list was exclusive and only for the most elite followers of Trust Us. It was actually a listening party, like a viewing party / wedding. I got married on the weekend, which was beautiful. My lovely wife, talk about props. She's just over there looking lovely and beautiful with the dog. Yes, I got married. It was the best day of my life. I know people say it, and you don't expect that to be the case. And I know, Dos, you're like, well, we've had some pretty cool days. Dos, you're at least a part of this one. So at least it was, you were part of the best day of my life. It was almost perfect. It was perfect as far as I'm concerned. Days don't get better. To want them to be better is pure greed. It was the best day of my life. It was partially ceremony. I'll keep it short because, I know a lot of desperate signals listening at the moment. Don't want to rub it in.
And co-hosts.
And co-hosts, desperate signals, yeah. Look at this flashing the bling. With my novelty, bejeweled king's ring with purple bedazzled diamonds on it. Not going to be the ring I wear for long. Quickly, though, ceremony on the front porch of the house. I've spent so many...
Mate, don't rush this. This is the best weekly update you've ever done.
No, the
people are crying out for this.
The Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef happened. That's what I really want to talk about. No, but we had the ceremony on our front porch. 60 of our closest friends and family there. Beautiful. I cried the entire time. I thought I was going to cry, but I was also scared. What if I don't? What if I'm telling people, oh, guys, I'm going to be crying so much. And then I'm standing there just
Yeah, he's just stone cold.
Yeah, cool. But I cried the whole way. Had beautiful. It was lovely. Then we went for a little trip while our guests. This is another thing for the road guide to weddings. Something I will be including is give your guests something to do when you're getting pictures. Can we normalize that? Can we? Because that for me as a guest is a total limbo zone, because the tab hasn't started. So you don't really want to go too hard on the drinks. Maybe your best mates have gone. They're on the bridal party. Maybe you're there for them. Yeah, and then now you're stuck with all their weird mates. You just miss the groomsmen. And then you're just crap. And usually the groomsmen are the most energetic people. They're the exciting ones. So you're just taking a bit of the sting out of the party. Could be case in point here. But so to counteract that, because I knew we were taking the core, the guts, the life with us on this beautiful photo shoot, we put everyone on a boat. I thought that was pretty cool. By all reports, actually, the boat was cool. We caught up with the boat on our bridal party photo shoot. We went out to a property, got some pictures out there. We got potentially, I don't want to hype up our photos too much, but the boys possibly got a legacy, never to be beaten not never to be beaten, but
album cover,
an all-time elite album cover style photo on this property. But yeah, then we met up with the boat people, as I lovingly call them. I'm saying it, boat people. And the vibes were a bit low, I'll be honest. I was a bit worried that no one was having fun on the boat that we paid for. But I think they were just blown away that we were there, gracing them with our presence. So they were a bit gobsmacked.
Yeah, it was sort of like, don't meet your heroes, I guess, because they're all like, oh, those are the guys that were on the stage, earlier. They were on the porch. We were down,
They were
sitting down.
starstruck.
Yeah, in the
Completely
sun.
starstruck. Yeah. So, but that was cool. And then the reception, I was like not knackered, but I was done talking. So Danny and I phoned in our speech, which I don't regret because I just didn't really want to keep talking. I'd spoken with every person, it wasn't like I needed to talk to people. Any thank yous I'd done, I'd already meaningfully and personally done it. We did have a pretty funny idea for something we could say and do, but also delivering it when you're sort of emotionally like at the end of your limits kind of thing. I wanted to watch. I sat down at my VIP table and I was like, whoa. Then I got a really good feeling. So I was like, I'm done. I get to this is the show. This is like the celebration of Daddy and I from here on out. And it was. And there were some great speeches. There were some speeches that existed, speeches that speeched.
The words were said.
And words was definitely said. But there were some great showings, Dossel.
Yeah, I'd like to claim the honours of speech of the night. I feel like I think there was a lot of anticipation as well. Obviously, for me, it was a speech 9 years in the making. My first opportunity to get redemption for your speech, my 21st, where you absolutely destroyed me in front of my family.
Yeah, destroyed me though. It was mutually assured destruction. No one got out of it alive. And was it worth it? For this speech, it was.
Yeah.
I was laying the groundwork early for this speech.
Yeah, that was definitely a good build up because it gave me a good platform to sort of tease the audience that, that I was coming to assassinate your character.
Yeah.
And then, obviously turn it around a little bit wholesome. And then,
Very wholesome, mate.
Yeah, because I wasn't telling anyone I was going to cry. So when I sort of started crying, everybody else was crying. And I was like, hey.
And I thought I was cried up. I thought I was dried up. But, that was a great finish. Really beautiful. It was a great speech. And honestly, I haven't been given the nod for being best man going forward. I'd love to get a speech. I can get a speech run at any weddings I'm on the groom's party of. I dare say they'd go, oh yeah, Dan as a groomsman or a best man, he gets a gurney here. But I've got to say, very high standard, Doss. Very high. Even Hawksy, the great John Hawkes, who was riding a bullock around the event, a singer, performer.
City folks, that's a bull.
A bull with ain't its nuts. Its nuts is gone. So he said, Dan, that best man of yours, funny bloke, can tell a story, which was the nicest things I've ever heard him say about anyone, especially a man, because that's cringe. You don't want to be complimenting a man.
Out about Queensland, you can't be complimenting the other fellas.
No. But yeah, very good, Doss. Very well done. I'm sure you'd love to think you stole the show.
I think I complimented the show. I think,
Still saying all the right things, Doss.
What's up with the good books? I don't want to get out of it just yet.
I told your mum and dad sent me a letter in the mail.
Oh, yeah.
I said your son was an absolute delight, very well behaved, and gave a hell of a speech that a lot of people have remarked was an excellent speech.
Yeah. No, it's it's good the parents hear that, and they can sort of, I guess, feel like I've improved my character from my 21st, where definitely
by no fault of your own. I mean,
yeah.
The ones you trust are the ones that can come after you. But anyway, that's the wedding. It was beautiful. I'm still knackered from it. First day back at work today. But the other thing that had been simultaneously going, which threatened to derail the whole wedding, was Kendrick Lamar and Drake beefing, which has been huge, Doss. Are you across this? Are you following this at all?
I forgot Kendrick Lamar had any relevance, to be honest. Like, after he, was featured in Bad Blood, I was like, okay, who's this guy?
Wow.
Cool. And then he sort of rode that wave for a couple of years.
Oh, no, these are bad takes. No, okay. Actually, I don't want to discuss this with you. This is bad for me. But Taylor Swift did cop a stray. Drake was like, rappity, rappity, rap. Hey, Kendrick, go do another pop song with Taylor Swift, rappity, rappity, rap. And that was actually a pretty good play.
Drake just jealous. He didn't get invited.
Yeah, we're Team Kendrick. I mean, I'm Team Kendrick. Yeah. I'm a Drake hater. Nothing I can say about it.
Yeah, he's just copping it from everywhere, Drake. I think he's not doing himself any any justice either.
Yeah,
He's
I'm just hoping Kanye stays out of it. But yeah, I'm following that. I just Google search it every day. Kendrick Drake. See what happens.
Yeah,
We'll
fair.
see.
Well, I've got. I guess I got my weekly update as well. We sort of touched on it. We spent it together, which was cute. So naturally, you're going to have a more exciting weekly update because I was there, which helps.
That hurts for me. Actually, that's terrible for my brand.
Yeah, it's not technically wrong at this point. But yeah, it's obviously great being best man. It's sort of it was like nerve wracking. I've been at cruising plenty of times. It's just so chill. You just pull up, get photos taken of you, and you just get drunk. Like it's so good. You're there to bring the vibes up. Super easy. And then being best man, well, you got to control the groomsmen, and then you got to control the whole Buck side of the party.
Event organizer, really, pretty much.
Yeah.
Is responsible for like taking the heat off of me. And when everyone's in my neck of the woods, they're in Longreach, and city slickers, they were scared. They weren't acting. They weren't being themselves. They were acting a fool. Dos had to navigate all of that. So yeah, another Dos. Truly a best man, really.
Yeah, and of course I had to bring out the wedding cigars, which I think it's just like I don't smoke, I don't do any of that sort of stuff, but geez, a cigar at a wedding, I got time for it. Time for it.
You do have to. I mean, I was surprised by the people that saw the cigars and were just like,
yeah.
It's cigar time.
It was all like the nicest people. They're like, yeah, I want one. Give it to me.
Yeah, they come up all unsuspecting, and then they take the puff
what's going on over here?
Blow the rings. Like they've been to a few weddings. They've been to a few weddings.
Yeah, one of the boys was just showing me how to like tap the ash off, and I was like, how the hell do you know?
I'll admit I did a bit of a faux pas on my first. I was trying to show everyone that I knew how to smoke. So I was doing like the full drag, the hold, the inhale, and then, blow. And then I think someone, whether they saw that or they were just sparing me, were like, yeah, and you remember, you just have to puff these ones. Don't do the full inhale. I was like, oh, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, never overpuffed. Yeah, well, that was pretty good. I think it's a good, it's a good way to bring people together.
Yeah, except for the car tire flavored one.
Yeah, there's always a bad flavor in their cigars. Like they're always just weird flavors that I don't know. I just don't know what ones are going to be good. Like
vanilla was vanilla. That was good.
Yeah, it always slaps, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then the bourbon was good.
Bourbon was fine.
Yeah, the Irish cream was crap.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Irish cream sounds good though, doesn't it? You're right. It is a bit of a.
Yeah, it's hard to predict. And like, I've had rum before, and that was all right. And then I've had chocolate in it. And I can't remember. Was that terrible? Or was that good?
Actually, chocolate, not good.
Not good. Yeah, I thought
it's too dark. It's too dark.
Yeah. It just tastes like paper chocolate.
Yeah.
Which ain't it?
Nah, not it.
Yeah. So obviously back in Melbourne now. So this is where my weekly update gets a little bit more exciting now that we're back in the big old city.
Better than a week-long wedding extravaganza, described by many as a festival.
It was a bit of a festival vibe. I'll give it that. Children's Crossing. I used one. I used one the other day, and it's sort of weird when you're not a child, because I still need to cross the road like children do. But then now, because it just happens to be in school hours, like there's a guy there to help, but there's no children around. So like, is he coming across with me?
Yeah.
Is that what's happening? I think if I'm on his side, they usually come with me. But if I'm on the other side, walking towards,
he won't make the walk across.
Yeah. So that tends to be how it looks. And I still say thank you though. I don't know if I should.
You do. You should. Oh, when he doesn't help you, that's passive aggressive.
Yeah, but it's nearly like thank you for respecting me as an adult.
I would love to have a big call from a traffic guard. Just a quick big call, just to say, hey, how do you feel about grown men, looking at you expectantly? Like, can you take me across? Like, help me across this street? Don't know.
Yeah, I think it's there's merit either way. as a kid, I still like avoid them. I sometimes actually try walk 20 minutes beforehand and cross, so I don't have to force the guy to, question the fabric of his career. I'm trying to think of
for that though.
Yeah, they will. But that's what I'm doing for him, man. I'm breaking the law so that he doesn't have to break his vows to walk children across the street.
Wow, you are truly the best man. Truly.
all round. And any good best man, he's sort of destined to fall in love with Taylor Swift.
Wow, this is some of your worst work now. Let's go back. I'm gonna take this one because that's not how we're going into this. I mentioned earlier Taylor Swift copped a bit of a stray, but we are fans. We're not haters like Kendrick and Drake are. Drake is. We're big fans of her, actually. I would actually argue that when it comes to Taylor Swift and a rogue guide to Taylor Swift, that I'm actually more qualified than you, Dos. I think I'm a bigger fan. I think I know a lot more. I think I'm more part of the culture. I'm just not weird about it. It's not like a defining character trait. I've got more going for me that, my top 3 things that people know me for, Taylor Swift isn't one of them. Whereas for you, it's like very prominent, in a weird way.
I'm weird about it. There's nothing wrong with that. But I would definitely argue against you being a bigger fan. I think that's quite obvious. I know that you are a fan, and I respect you for that. But it is a little bit weird that like no one really knows that you are, and obviously you being Team Kanye, sort of.
I know. We were in the bridal party bus on the way to the shoot, and Getty's on the far back seat, and he's trying to talk to me about the Kanye West song that came on during when we were getting ready at my house, and it was a beautiful moment. It was an amazing.
It actually was wild
moment, and I don't even want to listen to. I can't listen to the song. I just don't want to listen to it. It needs to come. It needs to hit me with that energy next time I hear it. I know it's going to be serendipitous, but anyway, Getty's trying to shout at me across this bus about Kanye West. I'm like, mate, everyone on this bus is a Swiftie. This is a vibe kill to talk about Kanye West. I was like, shut up, mate, shut up.
I honestly thought that like you just like weren't allowed to listen to Kanye West because obviously Daddy's.
And the song comes on, and I'm just like, I remember that voice.
What are the chances? Man, this Spotify algorithm is just getting wild.
No, that was a certified fluke play of that song. And I do listen to Kanye West when I'm by myself, Dos.
Yeah. Go to the bathroom and just put your headphones on. Yeah, well, we obviously we lost our Taylor Swift virginity together at one of her concerts back in Melbourne. Nice for the red tour. Oh, yeah, that was elite.
Yeah, it was a really good
out of body experience. That one.
And it was just as you'd expect it to be. A bunch of early 20 blokes, 6 foot adjacent. I don't know if Jordo's quite 6 foot. I've taken a lot of heat for not being 6 foot, which is pure slander. Pure slander. And it would rock my world if a doctor ever said, you're actually not 6 foot. Us and a bunch of little girls and their parents in some cases. And surprisingly, their parents were the ones that were the most concerned about us, I think. The girls didn't really care, but the parents were like, ooh, it's a bit of Drake energy happening here, actually.
Yeah, and actually that night resulted in one of my 21st stories from you as well, didn't it?
That was, it was actually.
Yeah.
Lovely. Beautiful.
So we balanced it out.
I went through the night real quick there. I was like, no. At the very end. Yes.
So we balanced that night out of bed. You're having a really wholesome Taylor Swift night with some insanely degenerate activity afterwards.
Yeah, really. Shout outs New Zealand.
We love the Kiwis.
We do. But yeah, I would say I'm a bigger fan. You would say I'm not. You would say it's laughable. I think we're going to find out over the course of these 5 steps. I might actually completely change what my advice is and try and attack your knowledge and expose you here. Let's see how we go.
As a fraud? Well, I guess I'll take step 1 then. I'll get on the front foot, being the number one lover. I think you have to be a white girl. It's it's sort of the price you pay for being a fan. You're going to be called a white girl, and that's fine.
You're saying it's like a state of mind. It doesn't matter what your creed, religion, skin color, gender is.
Birth
you are.
certificate. Yeah, none of that matters. It's a way of life. Yeah. And for me, like when I found Taylor Swift, I was a cartoon boy beforehand, and I was just watching cartoons in year 10 because I was really, really late to music, and I was like, I need to watch some music. And it was Saturday morning, and flicked it over. I flicked for the first time I ever put the cartoon. Flicked it over.
You went off like morning cheese TV or Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah, toasted TV. I think it was that
Toasted
point.
TV, nice one.
And then flicked it across to Rage, which was still going back then. I don't know if it's still going now.
I think it's still going. Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, it was Taylor Swift Love Story, the film clip, and I was like, ooh. I was like, this Sheila is fine. And I was like, this music's a fair vibe. And then did nothing about it. Didn't flick it over for the rest of the day. And then the next week we just watching it again, and then I just happened to do it again. And then it was Love Story again. And I was just like, okay. And back then I had to go get a pen and paper and write it down.
Oh, that's crazy. Wow.
That was how we love blossom. So it was literally love at first sight.
There's also a bit of like serendipity, a bit of like, what are the chances kind of, like right place, right time, that you just happen to turn off, the latest Dragon Ball Z. You turn off right when he goes, and then you start watching like a full Taylor Swift song and come back and he's still going, but twice, that's impressive.
Yeah, the second time I was definitely like, all right, mate, no excuse. You have to go write this down. You have to remember this and listen to it in math class for sure.
Do you think if any, because obviously you'd never heard a song before that moment, do you think that it could have been formative for any song? Like maybe you swapped over and saw Slipknot, and then suddenly you were like really into Masks and metal and stuff like that. Do you think it was just like because you'd heard music for the first time and you was like, whoa, what is this sound? Do you think it was just lucky that it was Taylor Swift?
I think that's a great question, because it's hard to look back and just be like, oh, it was destined for this to happen. But then that brings in the question of love, is it just timing or is it an actual choice? Wow. So, like if it was someone else that I flicked to twice in 2 weeks, and at that stage, obviously, I was ready for music. It was year 10. I was very late to the party, so I had to be, open to it. And then it just happened to be her. So, maybe, what if it was someone else? What if it was Katy Perry? What if it was Rihanna? What if it was Britney Spears? And now I can't listen to any music anymore.
Literally. What if though? What if this is what changed your tastes? You are known for having a specific taste. And I won't ruin it for any of the ladies listening right now, because I want you all to think that you're number one in Doss's heart. But Doss does have a specific taste, and there's elements of Taylor Swift that meet those criteria. Did you care that much about certain obvious criteria prior to that Saturday morning in 2009?
Yeah. Actually, I was a brunette man back then. Yeah. All of my high school girlfriends were brunettes.
Whoa. That was the biggest, that rage can change your DNA. It changed your chemistry.
Yeah. Oh, and but maybe that's why I'm still single, because Taylor Swift's just too much. And one man can't handle it.
And it's probably a conversation for later in the episode, but obviously the last 6 years, it really haven't been a good time to be pining over Taylor Swift, just because she's been in a seemingly good relationship. And now she's
6 years. Oh,
Joe?
Yeah, true. Okay, true. Yeah,
no, 8 years, 6 years.
Yeah.
D, was it 6 or 8 years that Taylor was with Joe? If he's not impressed.
What with the question or the answer?
I don't know. Maybe it was neither, and I haven't been listening.
Yeah.
So, but we'll get into your current competition later, because I think there's actually a chance we might be hearing from him later in the episode. I want to
You
get some
never
things on the
know.
record first.
You never know.
You had to get step 2 with Taylor Swift, and I'm sorry if this, if you're not into her yet, but you're too late. You needed to be an OG. You needed to be with us. You needed to be Love Story. You need to be even earlier probably than Love Story. Actually, no, I'm not going to say that because that's where we were. Was
I was like, wait.
was Love Story her first album? Can I ask that?
No, it was not her first album.
Okay, so not the ground floor, but maybe the second or third floor.
Yeah, it was her like launching album though.
Yeah, okay. You had to be there for that. I mean, I wonder now if like new fans that are young and that get into it for the first time, they hear their first album they hear is 1989 or something. It's a completely different Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
So like, do they look back on our, country pop princess and go, oh, can't listen to that. That's a bit tough. That's a bit cringe, It's not, it just hurts me to think that people would feel that way.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think that was my beef with the Eras tour actually. As the old guy, I was like, because obviously it was so hard to get tickets. I was like, this is fucking bullshit. Like, if you haven't been to a concert before, then actually no. So if you weren't born when that first album dropped, you can't get tickets. You should not legally be allowed to get tickets.
Wow, because you're not a real fan.
You're not a real fan. What, you've listened to a couple of albums recently? They're not even the good ones.
Well, okay, I mean, that's pretty controversial. And this is why I think you're not necessarily as big a fan as you like to say you are. New album, though.
Yeah, I'm actually
slaps.
about it.
At least, I mean, a big said there's like 1 billion songs on it, so I don't really like all of them. But definitely like the first 8. There's a really good vibe to it.
Yeah, they're definitely there's some vibes there. I like it. It's a lot more old school, I think, in regards. I don't know. It just seems.
I thought it more went into your current style, which is sad girl music. You're very much, the Amy Sharks and the. I can't even list names because it's not really my vibe. But I feel like there's like you could listen to me like, oh, this is actually kind of what I listen to anyway.
Yeah. I think I actually get done dirty by the boys when I listen to my music on road trips. Like if they're like sleeping, I'll just be driving, listening to my music, and then like one of the boys just woke up. He's like, I can't sleep, and I was like, why? It's like, because you're listening to this music, and I just think you just got to drive into a tree. I'm just like, what? What do you mean?
He's like sleeping like this.
One eye open. And we look at the radio and it says what song's playing and it just says "Fuck I'm Sad" by Julia Michaels.
Oh, dude.
I was like, oh shit, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. And just for people that haven't spent some time on a boat with Dos, this is the type of stuff he plays at parties. And that, honestly, "Fuck I'm Sad," I'm sure that's gonna end up on at your 30th perhaps.
Oh, could be on. Yeah, I do know that I shouldn't be like. This is why you heard Kanye on, getting ready for the wedding, because I deliberately delegated that to one of the groomsmen to play music because I know I can't be trusted.
Yeah, admittedly, there were some weird choices, and I don't think Getty even knew that song. That was a good cut, really good cut. I do have a question though when it comes to something, and that is a question that I'll get back to later when I remember it. So step 3, what is step 3 all about, Dos?
Step 3 is you've got to have been fucked over by a fuckboy. And I know that might surprise a lot of the audience here because I sometimes have fuckboy energy.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. But I've definitely been a victim as well.
Wow.
I'll never forget it back in high school. Being the nice guy that I was just a little angel. And then,
why do they go for the bad boys?
Why? I don't get it. It never made sense to me. I was like, I'm the nice guy. You're telling me I'm cute. All this freaking shit. And then you go off as a douchebag that you know is going to fucking pie it off. So, I sort of changed who I was back then.
Yeah, definitely.
No?
You came out of high school hot.
It's literally just supply and demand. If there's a demand for fuckboys, then I'm going to supply it.
That's a big demand.
Nice guys. Yeah. So until that swings back, then we'll see what's cooking.
Yeah, I don't know if the swing is Well, I mean, I'm getting old. I mean, we're getting old. So maybe the swing happens naturally with age.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Like Sheila's just sort of like they just realize, oh, wait a minute, can't marry a fuckboy. That's not how it works, is it?
Says the biggest supplier of fuckboy energy in the southern hemisphere. So yeah, but why do I need that to be a fan of Taylor Swift?
Because especially as a fella, it's just so easy to relate. Then you can, because she's a lyrics girl. She hits banging lyrics. So I think you got to have some degree ability to relate to that. And obviously being fucked over, it was sort of her thing. Obviously Jake Gyllenhaal's the son of a bitch that started it all. But
hold up. He is a legendary actor.
I do love him as an actor. I will
He
admit.
is a phenomenal actor. So many good movies. Ooh.
Yeah. No, he's good. And that's obviously why Taylor Swift liked him, because he was good, and I can't blame her for that. But I can blame him for being a bit of a piece of shit. Yeah, because you'll actually notice in her album before that, this is going a bit deep, but a lot of the songs are about her making the mistakes, and then obviously the next album is about her getting sort of fucked over. Yeah,
Nice, Gus. There you go. Is that before you stopped listening to Taylor Swift?
No, I stopped at Redemption. That
Reputation. Oh,
Reputation, yeah.
That was
Yeah, it was a yuck.
dog shit, if you don't mind me saying.
I want this on record. That was a dog shit album.
Yeah, that was. Admittedly, one song emerged from it. I think it was called Gorgeous, possibly. I like it. All the other ones, very bad. In fact, when I want to annoy Danny, I just go, big reputation. Big reputation.
God, that was such a shit song. What producer ticked off on that? She's like, listen, girl, you're fiery, that's fine, but let's just sing these songs in private.
All right, step 4. What do we think about getting a degree in Taylor Swift?
What do you mean?
You know how people go to like Harvard or New York University or wherever, and they can get a specific degree. You can get qualified. You can be a major in, for example, New York University's is Taylor Swift and Her World. That's a qualification you can have. And you can pay good money for it as well, I'm pretty sure.
Of course you can pay good money for it, because the fucking universities, they'll rob you every dime they can. By making up fake degrees in Taylor Swift. What are you meant to do with that?
I think you just go on like forums and stuff and just say, actually, you think that's what she meant, but yeah, I've got the qualifications. That's not what she meant. All right. I know.
And you can dominate karaoke. That's the other part. There's a practical element to the degree where you actually have to go to
you have to have a perfectly like
do
choreographed.
placements.
Yeah. Play places and pubs.
Yeah.
And your professor's just in the crowd. Yeah, all right. Okay.
Yeah,
good crowd participation, you know.
Yeah, good energy.
Yeah, look, I mean, that's kind of rhetorical. That's kind of would you get a degree in anything? Would you get a degree in Frio?
I have a degree, unlike you, all right? Don't you try and you're trying to spin this to blame degrees
I
on
just
everything.
think the whole system is messed up. You're talking about waste of money. I mean, what's your degree doing for you?
Well, you don't go there. Comment off flack at Christmas.
Yeah. No, but seriously, would you get a degree in Frio or something like that? Would I get a degree in Kanye or Tom Brady?
Nah, you're just like, I don't know. It's a hobby, isn't it? Like, would you get a degree in pottery or archery?
I mean, I wouldn't. I'm not. No, you wouldn't. Honestly, you wouldn't. You're right. It's just rhetorical, silly buggers. Let's just say that. If you are listening right now and you have a degree, let us know in the comments below.
If you do, then you're probably one of the hated audience members that we have on this show.
Yeah, one of the many that weren't invited. Let's just say that. We had 60 people there, so at least 2 or 3 people, weren't invited, and it was probably you.
If you're thinking, I wonder who was not invited, it was you.
Yeah.
And your degree framed
Everyone
on the
else
wall
made
of Taylor
it.
Swift.
Exactly. But let us know if you've made money from it, because Dos, looking for a new career?
Yeah, I could I'll change the cruise. For wind changes. Well, step 5. Obviously, if you love Taylor Swift, just be the 6th person in the fucking room. You can walk into a room and you can shove that degree in people's faces.
No.
You can just spill, you can sing, you can be like, oh yeah, remember how many records is your favorite artist sold? Oh yeah, that's cute. The Beatles, the Who, the Bugs.
The Bugs. And you said the Who. I mean, the Who. They sold a bunch of records.
Did they? Oh man, you can just say anything and it's a freaking artist or a
The what?
band.
I am a favorite band. The what? That being said, it does help on the D floor. Let's be honest.
yeah.
It does help in situations where you want to connect with people. And if you're girls and you want to connect with male Swifties and you want to, suss it out. Taylor Swift song comes on, you see them on the dance floor. Maybe they're just lowly lip syncing the music. Maybe they're belting it. And then you can sort of judge from there. And maybe that breaks the ice. Likewise, if you see girls, obviously they'll go out on the dance floor and scream it. You get to go on there and do that thing that I don't know if it's a millennial thing where you get in someone's face and you go, no, Julie, you never. And it's like suddenly you're like, yeah, this is so cool what I'm doing here, screaming in this person's face. This is definitely going to help me hook up. But
for fellas,
it's good for you.
It is good to sort of, I guess, like to have that knowledge in Swift for the Sheilas because they love talking about it. So if you can get that conversation going, then that's great. The problem for me is that a lot of girls say they love Taylor Swift, but they're just not on my level. And then they get found out pretty quick.
Oh.
And all of a sudden, they think it's weird that I like it more than them.
They say a grown man in 2024. I mean, it's like, oh, wow.
And then they get to my room, and then all of a sudden there's Taylor Swift on the wall. They're like, what the fuck? And
now it's weird to have a life-size cardboard cutout of Taylor Swift in my bedroom. It's like, whoa, okay, suddenly we're judgy about it.
Yeah, and now we're in doggy and we're just looking straight at it.
And I'm calling it Taylor. It's not weird.
It's not weird.
Girls, weird. That
Weird.
sucks they do that to you, bro.
Yeah, it's tough life, man. It's a heavy burden I wear.
That's right. Listen to one of our new sad songs and Fortnite maybe. Just get over it.
Yeah, I feel better.
There you go. There's the road guide to Taylor Swift from two experts, two fine gentlemen, esteemed academics in their field, unqualified. But as I have learned, you don't need qualifications to prove that you know a thing or two about something.
Yeah, no, that's fair. We've earned the right to speak about it, and we've also earned the right to be wrong about it. But thankfully, we're not, because even if we are, our uneducated listeners will not be able to comprehend.
They won't be able to get in the comment section, and they won't be able to tell us or provide facts. So
they won't be able to figure it out. Do we even have a comment section?
Yeah,
do you on Spotify? Like per
Spotify, you
episode?
do actually. I think you do now.
Per episode or like
per
just
episode?
for
I'm
the
pretty
whole?
sure. No, maybe for the whole thing. I don't know. We'll have to check that out. Out.
Just on that note, if you get us on Spotify or any of your podcasting networks, please give us 5 stars and definitely drop a comment of positivity. And obviously on Instagram, Trust Us Network. With the
Trust.us.network.
Why do I always do it so weirdly? Trust.us.network. There we go. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yes, please do that. Please do that. Do you know what doesn't make sense to me, Dos? Toilet doors. This is another section where I'm going to try out some of my material for my upcoming comedy special. When you wash your hands after going to the loo, do you ever think about how you're going to get...
Wrong. I've already left the loo.
Assumption. No, but okay. For the people that listen to wash their hands, I recommend it.
Which is probably not our listeners.
Yeah, no. Do you ever think about as you're going through possibly the 2 doors between the where you wash your hands and freedom, you have to grab handles there. Do you ever think about, and you're a bloke, mate, you've seen the non-hand washing masses.
Fuck.
It's disgusting. Okay?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of that going on. I'm sorry, ladies. You gotta watch these hands.
Whoa, bro. Don't tell the secrets of the boy world.
hey, if I can make this change here, then I'm happy because I'm shaking these dudes' hands.
All because you're married now and think you're safe.
I'm spilling all the secrets. Next week, road guide to
Which
boy
urinal
secrets.
to piss in. Which urinal to piss in.
No, but do you ever think as you're walking through those 2 layers of doors, like dudes with unwashed hands have grabbed these handles that I've just with my clean hands, I spent all this time cleaning them, doing the right thing. Now I'm going to grab them. And then if that's not bad enough, you have to grab another one to get out of the airlock into the public. And your hands are completely ruined by that point, if you ask me. Does it ever cross your mind?
Yeah, I go full claw. Like I'm like putting my hands in weird positions so it's not my hands grabbing the doors. You'll actually is that right? Is most toilet doors they're all push out, aren't they? They legally have to be.
I don't think that you can say that most are one way or the other. In fact, I would argue that most are pull when you're leaving.
I feel like surely legally they have to be out because, like, in case of an emergency. This is deep. Would you know that I work in an architecture advertising company and I have no idea?
No, trust me. Okay, let me just say, plenty of pull. But my problem is that every time I wash my hands, I go, fuck. I have to, grab this. And I claw. I one finger claw, one piece. But I wanted to know from you if you'd ever thought about it because I want to know if people are grabbing the top, if they're grabbing the top, or they're grabbing the bottom, or they're going right in the middle. So I'm trying to figure out where people are grabbing.
Oh, I don't want to tell them because then they'll start doing it.
You're right.
Yeah, my logic, obviously, sort of being tall, it's the same with public transport. Is always grab things at the highest point because the least amount of people have touched it and like the germs. So like when I'm hanging on in the tram, I'm grabbing just shy of the fucking roof if I can reach it because I know
you've got one hand in like an aircon vent, sort of like.
I'm waving at people outside the fucking tram.
Yeah. You're grabbing the electric rod that like attaches to the thing.
I'm conducting between the two.
You're changing lanes and shit.
Yeah, like break. Yeah, so I think the problem with like the cubicles obviously is like the little latch that annoys me because I'm like, well, fucking, there's nowhere to wash your hands before I get to this latch.
That latch is grim.
Oh, you see what the dunny is at sometimes when you get in there before you even start. You're like, oh, God. Yeah, so that latch is the dangerous game. If I touch the latch, I wash my hands.
Ooh, that's kind of a red flag, honestly.
What do you mean?
You should always wash your hands, mate. Come on.
I'm just saying that's a reinforcement to wash them with soap.
I think you've been exposed here, honestly. I think you're one of the reasons why I claw in awkward ways to try and reach where no one touches.
Do you know what exposes me? Is the fucking sensors don't work on my hands. I don't know how to use them. You know, the automatic ones? I just can't figure it out, man.
No.
It shits me.
I'm paper towel. I'm paper towel enough, and I'm not going to try and do the, like, hey, tomato dance there.
Yeah. But the ones that have, like, the water, that you have to use your hands in the sensor to get the water, like airports and stuff. Oh, man. I must be, like, I must use all my skill points on fucking charisma because I have no idea how to use those things.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my question for people to ponder. And can we wash our hands? Can we do that?
Yeah. Come on, Rogers. Wash your hands.
Yeah. Also, a quick shout out. This app not brought to you by AdBlock Plus. I don't know if anyone's dealing with AdBlock Plus at the moment. It sucks. It pops up with garbage, and it pops up all the time, worse than any ad. Done.
What do you? That was it.
That's it.
I don't even know what it is. Do you have to pay for it?
AdBlock Plus.
Yeah.
Dude's watching ads.
No, I've got ad block.
Bro's watching ads.
I thought Plus might be like he's not washing his hand and he's watching ads.
Yeah.
This guy
sucks. This guy sucks.
But like, is that different to ad block or is that the same thing?
No, yeah, it's ad block.
Okay.
But I think AdBlock Plus is the next level. But either way, I just want to know, we're not sponsored by them. We've got nothing to do with them. So don't incorporate us in anything AdBlock related because we're not with them. We don't rock with them.
Just want to make this really clear. We are not associated AdBlock Plus.
No one's incorporated us with them before. No one's associated us with them. But we are not, and we are not. And we won't be going forward associated with
We
them.
do not condone their actions.
Yeah. So I just want to leave it at that.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. How about this? Another call out to the Instagram guys. Let's get on it. Trust.us.network. Bang. We're a little bit interactive on there. We've got some funny reels up there. You can also see some snippets of 101 First Dates as well. Yeah. Which should get pretty juicy from here on out. We've we wanted to just play it safe. Like, a few safe stories so we didn't get cancelled straight away.
Yeah.
But yeah, it gets juicy from here. And who knows, now that Pross is officially married, he might have to make a special appearance as a
do you know what?
guidance counselor.
F me up, dude. F me up. Let's test this in sickness and in health. Let's
Week 1, baby. Week 1. Well, thanks for coming along the ride and listening to some Taylor Swift after you've listened to this on Spotify.
All right,
Peace
we'll
out.
finish it with us saying on count of 3 the best Taylor Swift song, our favorite one. 1, 2, 3, Enchanted.
Oh.
Nice, dude. Well